so again, those are those 9 regions. A couple of quick things is you can see that the performance is sort of all over the map or around the sort of the different regions in the world, but 2 sort of countries/regions stand out above everybody else. That's Canada and Australia, and then sort of some of the more emerging markets, if you will, Asia Pacific and India kind of are at the bottom, with sort of US and Europe and stuff kind of in between there. And I'm not going to spend much time on this because we've got a lot to get to, but one of the sort of quick things I'll point out is normally when I talk to this slide, I talk about the impact of CAN spam on sort of the Canadian CASL, Canadian anti-spam legislation, and what that sort of portends for marketers that have implemented or having to deal with GDPR. So if you're marketing in Europe and things like that. And so fundamentally you see, that Canada is sort of, above everybody else. And my point is not that necessarily not to take away from any Canadians that might be on this call, but not that the idea that Canadian marketers are significantly better than anybody else, but fundamentally the CASL legislation forced Canadian marketers and those that market into Canada to reconfirm permission, right, to get that express consent from their subscribers. And what that did fundamentally is it cleaned up a lot of people's databases. So they got rid of kind of the deadwood and stuff, which ultimately makes the math change, right? And so what you see is basically that because of that sort of data cleanse, if you will, the Canadian data got a lot better. And so if you're marketing into Europe and impacted by GDPR, I think you're going to see the same thing. So the point of all of that is that whether you've been impacted by CASL or GDPR and been doing some data cleanse, you're going to have to do sort of some level setting, because again, it's fundamentally not that you've been necessarily marketing better, but it's that you've gotten rid of sort of those inactives and stuff like that. And so you have to figure out a way to compare sort of apples to apples. And so with that.